Good evening, proletariat! Welcome to Turbo Tuesday, the show where we test the mettle of whatever boss Reddit is salivating over this week. As always, we built a list designed to showcase our CEO of choice and test their business acumen. After a chance to prove themselves, we'll give them a performance review and decide if they're likely to make it in the free meta, or if they'll need to be sent to a Siberian gulag. Today we've got a very special episode requested by Luscious Mustard, the second place duelist in the Yu-Gi-Oh Cwarantine Series, who has demanded we take a look at... Jesus Christ. Spirit of the Pharaoh. Before we check out today's corporate stooge, however, a word about our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Yu-Gi-Oh Pro Deck, the best online site for database searching, deck building, and strategy articles, all conveniently located at www.ygoprodeck.com. Alright. Let's have a look at the damage. Spirit of the Pharaoh was printed in Ancient Sanctuary, so let's see what passed for an apically 4 towers before most of you were born. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by the effect of the first sarcophagus. When this card is special summoned, you can special summon up to 4 level 2 or lower zombie-type normal monsters from your graveyard. Okay, well, that gives us no information without context, so let's take a look at this crusty CEO's coffins. The first sarcophagus is a trap card with the following text. During each of your opponent's end phases, place 1 card face up on your side of the field from your hand or deck in this order. The second sarcophagus, the third sarcophagus. If 1 sarcophagus card is removed from your side of the field, all of them on your side of the field are sent to the graveyard. When you have all 3 sarcophagus cards on your side of the field, send all sarcophagus cards on your side of the field to the graveyard to special summon 1 Spirit of the Pharaoh from your hand or deck. For what it's worth, the second and third sarcophaguses are Destiny Board adjacent spells with no effect, only a condition. Well, here at Turbo Tuesday, we've whipped up a list that gives extremely wealthy heads of state all the exaltation they deserve. I'll just walk you through the combo really quickly. It begins with a little brew I'll fully showcase tomorrow during 10-minute testing, but the long and the short of it is that by making Halqifibrax and Auroradon with 2 Deskbot 001s, you can synchro summon 2 Herald of the Arclights. If you already got the first sarcophagus in the graveyard via Foolish Burial Goods, you can then use Auroradon's effect to get it back. With the 2 Heralds, you're going to search both Litmus Doom's Swordsman and Advanced Ritual Art to bin 4 Pharaoh's Servants, and then after that, Okay, I haven't figured out the last step in the combo, but I'm pretty sure sitting and waiting for the activation condition of the sarcophagus is good enough. Let's send our leaders to the Percy ladder. Our match is up against Pacifist the Phantasm City. How poetic. In attempting to resolve the effect of a long-dead pharaoh, one of my own ancient haunts has been risen from the murk. We're going to lead with a copy of Foolish Burial Goods, sending the first sarcophagus to the graveyard. Afterwards, we're going to normal summon a copy of Despot 003. It eats an impermanence, but we are getting a 1 by any means necessary. We'll get a 001 to our side of the field before link summoning a copy of Halqifibrax and getting a 1 from deck, link summoning an Auroradon afterwards. We'll special summon 3 tokens, which triggers the effect of the ones in the graveyard, special summoning themselves and enabling synchros for the remainder of the turn. We'll lead with a copy of Herald and follow it up with a copy of Herald. Then we'll activate the effect of Auroradon to get back the first sarcophagus and trigger 2 Heralds in order to get both an Advanced Ritual Art and a Litmus Doom Swordsman. We'll send 4 Pharaonic Servants, and then set this copy of first Sark. Our opponent's going to activate Terraforming for a Mystic Mine. Fool! If you're attempting to pass, I assure you, the Pharaoh will be making an appearance. Wait. Does the Pharaoh's effect activate? Wait, it doesn't have problem-solving card text. Does this effect activate? It doesn't have an activation colon. Does it activate? Please, I need to know. Does it activate? Does it activate? We're gonna have to find out right now. Does it? No. That's not fair. There was time now. There was time for us to trigger the effect of Spirit of the Pharaoh. There was time to make Boral Sword. And now, facing down the Phantasm Spiral Dragon, our hopes are as dashed as the sea from whence my opponent's cards came. Well, we're back, and just how did this ancient Apoclephort Towers perform? Let's consult our super scientific metrics above. I'm giving this Gen Z God-made flesh a 1 in terms of consistency. Opening exactly 003 plus Foolish Burial Goods is rough, and very few other hands can do the combo. I'm giving this pathetic Pharaoh a 1 in terms of investment. There's no way to splash this card and get any meaningful benefit from his summon. You've got to be playing a ton of cards to find a specific trap, and some way to bin a bunch of level 2 or lower normal monsters on the way. I'm giving this Tutankhamenian travesty a 1 in terms of payoff. 5 mats for a link is pretty powerful, but it's also telegraphed, meaning if your opponent holds a single monster negate for their own end step, they can prevent the mummy's return. That said, my final verdict is a pass on Spirit of the Pharaoh. Cameraman! Put the Pharaoh in a sarcophagus!